Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia and this is the Frontline Changes Report. So we start off with Stupovsky. So over at the Bakhmut front, there is a geolocation of Russian forces just off this small little hill, and I believe it's a hill, yeah, or quarry or something. So uh, so this geolocation shows that the Russian forces basically advance around in the area of southeast of Stupovsky, which is over here. So the Russian forces previously was geolocated around this area here, and then they are now advancing. There's a high chance that the Russians also may have taken this area as well, given the if you believe the Russian mapping to be that they have captured all the way to the canal, then this area should be captured by the Russian as well. But tentatively, the Ukrainian claims is a bit further. So, yeah, we will just have to be a bit more conservative in terms of our mapping. So that's Stupovsky. The distance from the front line that we understood is around half a kilometer, 500 meters. So after Stupovsky, we go to Novo Alexandria. So at the northern flank of the Pokrovsk front, there is the straightening of the front line along this area here. So give me a second. I need to mute my WhatsApp again every time. So Russian forces basically straighten the front line along Novo Alexandria, and this invalidating Ukrainian claims. So that's all. The full length of this front line is around 3 kilometers. So this the pretty wide front line all along the tree line is now captured by the Russian forces. After Novo Alexandria, we go to Novokhodivka. At the Novokhodivka region, there's a small little change. Ukrainian armored vehicle was destroyed just north of Novokhodivka, and this actually leads to a slight frontline change to become Ukrainian capture. But of course, just take this with a pinch of salt because the armored vehicle is destroyed. So that's the situation in the Novokhodivka. After Novokhodivka, the next frontline change is over at Krychorivka and Novo Oleksievka region. So this is west of Selidove. And in this region, I think we need to zoom in a bit. So in this area here, Russian forces, based on Russian mapping, have captured the entirety of Krychorivka. So this is based on Russian mapping and also secured the southern flank of this railway leading all the way to Novo Oleksievka, which we understood to be captured by the Russian forces according to the mapping by the Ukrainian mapping. So this is a massive amount of capture by the Russian forces, and however this is tentatively a claim. The capture of Krychorivka is a claim. I believe we might see corroboration by the Ukrainian side in a few more hours when Deep State UA published their report. But tentatively, as of now, this is just a claim, and so this is the Russian advance around Krychorivka, the west of Selidove. So the Vishneve is here, Krychorivka, Novo Alexievka, and the Russians are now pushing towards Petrivka. So that's the situation. The furthest depth, the distance from the eastern to the western part is 3 kilometers. So, and from this railway line down to the southernmost point is also almost 3 kilometers. So this is a pretty big front line that is captured by the Russian forces. This area here I mentioned in the situation report. This is based on the mapping by Ukrainian mapping Deep State UA, which they claim that the Russian forces have captured the rest of Novo Oleksievka. So this capture is now confirmed based on the Ukrainian concession. So after Novo Oleksievka, we go to Novo Demitria. So this is a small change just north of Novo Demitria, just a slight change in the front line, not very important at all. And then the next front line change, we jump to Maximilianivka. So in this area here in the Korakove sector, major update. So based on geolocation by Crimea Caprice, Russian forces have advanced further southwest of Maximilianivka or southeast of Korakove. And this also was then corroborated by Russian mapping, and they claim that the area is include the northern part So this is based on the Russian information. The southern this area here is mapped by based on the DPA's modus operandi. So I usually don't go kept drawing borders, claiming a lot of areas unless I feel like tactically it makes sense. But I don't think this is also I don't also think like the Russians are like being very overkill on this. At least the Ribas mapping looks very sensible as well. It's not necessarily wrong. So this is the current situation at Kurakove. The from the road all the way to the furthest point to the Gali region is almost 3 kilometers, and the depth from the along the highway is around 2.4 kilometers. Maybe you cannot see that. This is around 2.3 kilometers. So this is quite a big amount of grounds captured. If we combine these two, is 2 plus 3, 5 square kilometers of grounds captured by the Russian forces just off Maximilianivka. So after Maximilianivka, the next frontline change is over at Bohofanka. So in this area here, south of Trudove, Russian forces has been geolocated in one of the latest information along the tree line northeast of Bohofanka. This confirmed the Russian securing of the north eastern outskirt of Bohofanka, corroborating most of the Russian claims and capturing even more. So so this area here, the in terms of the distance of the front line is 3 kilometers again. So number 3 seems to be the number of the day, and it's like Sesame Street. Today's show is brought to you by the number 3, and the distance from the geolocation to the town of Bohofanka is around 1 kilometers. So this is the current situation. To combine these around 2.5 square kilometers captured by the Russian forces. And finally, we have the area of Yasno Polyana and Maximivka. So this area, the Russian forces have straightened most of the front line and proceed to hit northward on the western part of Maximivka. And this mapping is by the Ukrainian mapping, confirming Russian advance around this area here and the securing of the southwest of Maximivka. So pretty significant. The entire front line length is 6 kilometers, and just by this tree line poking out, this tree line is more than 1 kilometers or 1.5 kilometers. If I go all the way to the last front line that we have was 2.84 kilometers, almost 3 kilometers. So this is pretty big. In terms of area, 2.8, 5.2, that's around 8 square kilometers captured by the Russian forces in the Yasna Polyana and Maximivka region. So anyway, this is it. These are all the latest frontline changes over the past 24 hours in the Ukraine war. So press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next update.